All right, so this is Kenny Santos out of Toronto, Canada for KennySantos.com. Do you want to know how simple and easy sales can really be? I'm reluctant to say easy because, anything worth doing takes work and it's not always easy. But a lot of us, we are complicating the process, especially for network marketers, because we're not trained in sales. I mean, we have our events and we have our company training, but it's not the same as like a car salesman is trained in sales or a telemarketer is trained in sales or that sort of thing. And so, um, do you want to know how simple that sales can be in network marketing? And if you can get this concept, you can really create some great success for yourself and others on your team because you'll realize that the pressure really doesn't have to be on you when it comes to sales. A lot of us, we have this pressure. It's like, well, I better close the sale. And if I don't close the sale, I'm not a good salesman. And we're going to talk about that. But before I get into the content, if you are getting value from my videos and my blogs and my content, what I invite you to do is something super simple and super easy. I invite you to like, subscribe, share, and or comment. It is a super easy way and a simple way for you to support my blog and to do so for free. So how can sales actually be so simple? And I want to add easy, simple, and easy. But after you see what I'm going to show you, you might say it's easy too. And so to really explain this, what I'm going to do is, and what prompted this was a video that I saw. And so I'm going to show you the video, and then if you want to see it again, I'm going to leave the link to the video. It's just a YouTube video. I'm going to leave a link to that video in my in the description. And so if you want to see it for later on, you could see it over there. And so let me just do this. So it is a YouTube video. Here it is. And let me just reload it. Here we go.
Sell me this pen. Okay, do you want or need a pen? Nope. And that's why you have to convince me to buy it. So let me get this straight. You want me to sell you something that you don't want? If you want to work here, it's called sales. That's not how I do sales. What do you mean? The reason why I'm going to be the #1 salesperson at your company is not because I'm going to convince people to buy something they don't want, okay? What's the reason? Rather, I'm going to find people that want a pen and then convince them that your company's pen is the best pen for them, assuming it is. How's that better? Because they'll be so happy with their purchase, not resentful that I con them into buying something they don't want or need, that they're going to refer me to their best friends, their neighbors, their wives, their kids, their grandkids, and even the guy that cleans their pool. That's sales.
So as you can see, is that there's a couple key things that was said in that video. And because a lot of us think that if we don't close the sale, it's because we didn't convey the information properly. We didn't sell enough. We didn't show the value. And a lot of the times it's just finding a good fit. I mean, I remember this is 2 videos ago. If you haven't seen the video, A Tale of Two Bank Robbers, it really brings this concept home about changing the question. And the question that a lot of my coaching clients ask me is, Kenny, how do I get my clients or my customers to buy? Right? How do I get my prospects to buy? And I'm encouraging them to change the question from how do I get my prospects to buy? And by the way, that is a logical question because we are in sales. So how do we figure out how do we get people to buy? But ultimately, what we want to do is instead of asking the question, how do I get people to buy? Change the question. And when you change the question, it's a lot easier on yourself. And I encourage them to change the question to, how do I find the people that will buy? So just like in the video, it says, don't try to close everyone. Don't try to sell everyone. In fact, you should disqualify people. All right. And so, I've used this example dozens and dozens of times. If you sell a face cream and it's a, high-end beauty product and it sells for $80 a month or $120 a month, it's an awesome product, but not everyone is going to be fitting for that product. And your company is going to tell you lies. They don't realize they're lying to you, but they're going to tell you lies. And they're going to tell you that everyone needs the product because everyone wants to look younger. Everyone wants to get rid of wrinkles. And that might be true. Everyone wants to look younger, get rid of wrinkles, but not everyone's willing to pay for it. There are some people that won't pay for it. There are some people that are going to go down to Walmart and get their $6 or $10 or whatever it costs, a jar of Pond's every month, or something like that. There's some people that are going to spend $50 a month on their face. There's some people that are going to spend hundreds of dollars a month. They go to spas and they get facials. And you know what? In the meantime, they also get this monthly cream that might cost them, who knows, $150 a month or whatever. And so while you know that there's all these different stripes of people, realize that the people that are willing to spend less money on their face, they're not as good of a fit as the people that spend hundreds of dollars a month at the spa. And so if you are selling a face cream, instead of asking, well, how do I get people to buy, especially the people that don't spend, any money, or they spend $5 to $10 a month on their face, it's going to be tough to selling those. But instead of trying to figure out or asking the question, how to get those people to buy, it's like, how do I find the other people? How do I find the people that are spending $200 a month on their face, right? That are getting the facials, because they are more likely to buy. You know what? If they already are using a monthly regimen on their face and they're spending, $100 a month on face cream, and you show them yours and yours is only 80, or maybe yours is a little bit more, 120, whatever the case may be, if it's a comparable price, they may try yours. And if they try and like it, they'll buy it again. And if they try and don't like it, then they'll go back to their old one. But at least they're the type of person that is more likely to try it. And they're also the type of person that's more likely to stay on it. A lot of network marketers, they get on a product, not because they really wanted to. It's because they get on the product because they needed to in order to start the business. So, I'm going to sell face cream. Okay, now I'm going to use a face cream. I've never used it before. It's pretty good. You tell your friends, oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. But if you aren't making money in a month or 2 or 6, then you're just going to drop it, right? You didn't really like the product. You liked the business. Whereas on the other side, you get someone to try the face cream and they love it. They buy more. And then you turn that person into a rep, or you offer the opportunity, they decide to become a rep. Whether they make money or not, they're going to stay, or they're more likely to stay on the product. And so, don't be afraid to disqualify people, and don't say, hey, you're disqualified. It's just like, if you find out that they don't want to spend the money, then they're just not a good fit, and no matter how much you hype it up, no matter how much you say, oh, this is clinically proven, or this is invented by Dr. So-and-so, or this has peer-reviewed studies, because most of the time people don't care for that. No one comes in, to the drugstore with this list. Well, I'm looking for something that's clinically proven, and I'm looking for something that, is has studies, or something that's in PubMed, or something, whatever the case may be. Ultimately, they just care. Does it work? How much is it? Will it work for me? And all these minor things, right? And so if you just kind of get them that, and then instead of trying to convince people to buy, instead of that, find the right people that will buy, right? Because if they're not a good fit, they're not a good fit. You could be selling the juiciest steak in the world, but it doesn't matter how juicy the steak is if you're selling to a vegetarian. And there's a quote here by. Hold on, I'm gonna get the quote here. It's by Dita Von Teese. She's like this pinup girl, and she says, you could be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and there's still going to be someone who hates peaches. And so she's just like this little cutie pinup girl. You probably know her. If you see her, you probably recognize her. But that's an awesome quote, because even she recognizes there's dozens, or not dozens, thousands, maybe millions of people that think she's beautiful, and she just says, you could be the best peach in the world. Not everyone's going to like peaches, right? You can be selling the best product in the world. Not everyone wants your product. Whether your product is an awesome energy drink, an awesome coffee, a great service, an awesome face cream, a weight loss shake, whatever the case may be, there's going to be people that just by definition, or just by the reality of the category of space of the product or service that you're selling, that it's going to disqualify some people. As a matter of fact, it's going to disqualify most people, because not most people don't drink energy shakes. Most people don't drink weight loss shakes. Most people don't spend, $80 a month on their face. But if you can find the people that will, that's when you start finding that success. And that's how simple sales can really be. And you don't have to be getting frustrated and wondering why people won't buy. Instead of figuring out how to sell to someone or how to get someone to buy, figure out if they're open. Find out if this person is the right fit. Is this person a good fit? Are you selling a steak and you're trying to sell a vegetarian? Is this person a good fit? Because if they're not a good fit, you let them go. If you're trying to grow your business, you're looking for people that are hungry, and someone says, no, I love my job. No, I don't want to work any extra hours. I can't give up Jeopardy tonight. They are disqualified, right? Someone who's lazy, they're disqualified. Instead of trying to make someone who doesn't fit, instead of trying to make them into a fit, disqualify them and move on to the person that is a fit. Because the ones that are a fit, they're easier to sell. They're more likely to buy. They're more likely to try. They're more likely to work hard if they join the business because they're a good fit. They're more likely to be excited and tell their friends and family. If you had to try and make someone fit and say, oh, you got to try this product, it's clinically proven, they're like, well, I don't know. And after a lot of him and hawing, they finally buy. And, you're super excited and you're telling them to grow their business. Listen, if you had to convince them to, you heard this before. If you have to convince them to join, you're going to have to convince them to work. I don't want to convince anyone of anything. So stop the convincing, because sales can be super simple if you change the question. And the question changes from how do I get them to buy to how do I find people that will buy? I cover that again in A Tale of Two Bank Robbers. Actually, maybe I'll link that in the video as well. All right. Trust you got some great value out of this. Again, if you getting value from this video and others, then I invite you to like, subscribe, share, comment. It's a super easy way and a simple way for you to support my blog and to do so for free. And remember this, every day, multiple times a day, the universe sends us miracles. And we only got to do two things about that. We got to recognize those miracles. And then, of course, my favorite part, we get to accept those miracles. All right. Take care and create a great day.